Hello, and welcome back to The Witness. Last time we got our last laser and opened up whatever this is, going into the mountain. Now, I think this is endgame and that I might have the ability to finish whatever's down here, but there are still a few things that I haven't actually finished yet in the game. So there's the treehouse zone. I think I'm probably just missing a switch or alternate path or something that'll allow me to get from the timer to the door in time. So there is that. I feel like I'm basically done that zone because I've already done all of the star puzzles. I learned the gimmick of the area. So it's just a matter of actually getting it, just getting the laser for it. So I don't think there's really any value in going that aside from just completion, I guess. Oh, there's a recorder here. Okay. Didn't notice that last time I was down here. So yeah, there's that. There's also the castle, which was not about doing these grids like this, but it was instead about actually physically walking through the grids, which was an interesting premise, but honestly, it was probably my least favorite section in the entire game, even more than the desert. So I'm really not inclined to go back there and finish it up. Although, to be fair, I think I still didn't understand how the black and white squares worked last time I was there, and I think that was involved on the last puzzle I was at. So maybe if I go back, I would just be able to finish it up. And then I've been told I missed a panel near the bamboo forest, where apparently there's a new panel type that I just haven't seen. And of the things that I haven't done yet, that one appeals to me the most. I'm really not interested in just wandering through the world trying to find stuff, especially since I already wandered through that area and I guess I just missed it. And so, given how this game has a tendency of being pretty opaque with regards to what's important and what isn't, and it doesn't really explain itself very well, just wandering around until I happen to find something doesn't appeal to me. So, I would appreciate guidance towards that. And it's something I can check out maybe once I'm done this, or maybe if I get stuck on this because there's a panel type I don't understand. And then I guess there's also the town, which again could be a similar issue. If there's a panel type I haven't seen, then that might become an issue in the town, because the town seems to be an amalgamation of everything else in the game up until this point. But the town could be worth checking out as well. But I'm also kind of expecting this to also be an amalgamation of everything up until this point, because this feels sort of like if I was the designer for this game, I would expect there to be a final exam level, and having to beat 6 stages out in the world in order to unlock some sort of, mountain vault thing. Definitely sounds like the ideal place to have a final exam level. Oh, okay, so I'm building a path that I can walk on. So this is like the castle here. Interesting. Do I want to be right up against that wall so that I can interact with those panels? Maybe. Getting that 4 is going to be tricky if I do this. Yeah, so let's not. Let's start with the 4. Um. Hmm. Like, it can be rotated. This is actually surprisingly awkward. Okay, what happens if I just go out? Do that. There we go. Um. There we go. That gets me. Well, except for the fact that I can't actually get there because of that. Okay. I can try to solve this, but I'll find a way to make the path out to there. That seems a lot more interesting. Can I... Okay. Don't go through the center. Got it. In that case, let's do that. And that gets me close to that end, and also it gets me the view on that central panel, I think. This resolution's pretty bad. This dot right here is causing trouble. A lot of trouble, actually. Huh. Well, I can see this clearly from this spot. If I want... do that, that gets me 4 and 4. Oh no, they're crossing over each other. It's not gonna work. Okay. Four and 4. That works. Oh, I can get through there. Another recorder. I did see a panel in there. Okay, so there are a few more of these really awkward panels. Is that 2 and 2? That's not 2 and 2. What are those? Oh, it's a 3. Also, this is a much better angle. Okay. Oh, I can cut that off. That's easy enough. Well. These aren't too difficult, they're just annoying to see. And I might have gotten lucky with my initial orientation letting me walk through the central structure. Alright, there's... okay, that was the one I saw. Good. Is the cable going all the way out now? Yes. Okay, so I need to get in there, which is locked, so maybe I can do something with it from here. Hmm. What's this? Is it a telescope of some sort, or some sort of moving platform? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, that's just a lovely spot for that, isn't it? It's symmetrical, which is, I guess, how this becomes possible. So there is a white in the middle. Yeah, there's a white in the middle, and I can't just ignore it. How do I possibly cut that white out? I think I've tried this before. I don't know why I'm trying it again. Like, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist, right? Um, okay, if I want this white to not be a part of anything, how do I possibly do that? This is really awkward. So, just considering the white. Okay, I just got a camera lock. That might be a hint. Maybe, probably not. Okay, I can draw underneath the with the symmetrical. I can draw underneath it. Okay, that's the key. In that case, hmm. So I want to go down here actually. So I don't want to be locked. Am I not able to? Is there no angle where I can slide down there? Hmm. Okay, let's look for a different solution then. So I like that solution. But if I'm not able to go through here, Okay, that works. I'm also not a fan of the camera angle nonsense. If it locks in place, we'll just assume that that's correct. So we've got two blacks in the middle and then a black up top, white at the bottom. There's a white here, black, black, black. Oh, this isn't symmetrical. Okay. Well, if I do that, I can do this. Where's... Hold on. This is never going to work. Because I can't... I can't separate those two. So it's going to have to be something like that, which gets me double whites. Okay. And then there's this, which is... first of all, is it symmetrical? Yes, okay. That means I'm probably only clearing it from the top, from here to here. So where are the dots I need to care about? Are there any on the bottom? There's that one. That one. Okay. There weren't any other hidden dots. That's good. Okay. I think we finished... I think we've finished with two things. Now we just have these side panels. Okay, that worked. I just didn't see that solution last time. And I cannot do this unless I'm... Oh no, if I'm far enough away, I can. Black, black, white, black, black, white. Where even is my exit? Up there. Good. Thank you for telling me where the dots were. Okay, those are the dots. Works. Is it a square? Yes. it is a square. Which, given its position, I think that means it has to be that, right? That's the only way I can make this shape and include it. So then the question is... Nope, no question. Easy. What? Mildly annoying. Okay, so... Yeah, it looks like there's a dot here. Do that, I get the blacks. Good enough. Thank goodness. Yeah, there's a dot right here. Oh, so there's one here as well. It better not be a dot right there. Okay, this isn't gonna work because... Okay, well, I can just redo it like that. There's a dot right there. Of course, that's why I can't do that. Right. Good enough. 3. All right, and then there's this, which I kind of wanted to be closer, but given what I just did, I think that this is quite legible suddenly. Okay, so for that one, is it interesting that it carries over? Oh, I see. Yeah, I noticed that before I noticed this, but I can see... Wait. Okay, the screen is offset, so I can't click here, but I can click here. Honestly, I think that's fine. I just watch where the line is instead of... where I'm at. I mean, I kind of have to just do this for that shape, right? Okay, that is a rotatable top here. Rotatable, but kind of annoying. Guess I could do that. And that gets me to the end. However, I'm not doing that one. This is annoying because now I'm doing this in the wrong shape. That would work if I was coming at it from the other side. And there's only 5 across, right? Which means that I can't combine these two. I'm gonna try it, but it's not gonna work. A little bit disorienting. Yeah, those two didn't work. I'm pretty sure that these two symbols here means that I'm forced to do that. So there's two ways, like this, it has to be this shape. I can go up, I can come out this way, or I can come out the bottom. If I come out the bottom, I'm basically forced to do that. Which is a problem because then there's no orientation. Oops. Because I can't go through here, which is what I would need to do to get that last shape to work. So that means that that doesn't work. Okay. If I come up this way, then there's an issue. Well, I can combine the two. There we go. That's the solution. Is it? I can combine the two like that. Okay. Of course. So we've got a 4x4 with two purple stars. So bottom left and top right need to merge. So let's just cut. Can't go up there, really? Okay, in that case, go. Interestingly, it only starts moving once I'm on it. Why would they do that? Also, isn't this just really trivial? Oh, I see. That's why they do that. Further over I am, more disorienting it gets. I'm not really looking at it, I'm just following the path that I wanted to follow. Alright, and then this one. I already know the path that I want to follow, so I'm just gonna. Oh, wait, stop. Don't want to go back up. I want to go all the way across, and then. I don't know, I want to go one more. Okay. Yeah, these ones, for whatever reason, don't bother me as much as some of the others. Alright, and that's 4. So we have opened the way down. I think we're done here, except for needing to take the other exit. Now we have to end on the other side. I do that. That works, but well, we'll see if we can still get through the center. Yes. Just wondering if there's a little nook there, but it doesn't seem to be. Outside? That looks panel colored. Something to do there. The windmill was where we could watch YouTube videos, right? Interesting. I wonder if the whole treehouse is up here. Even if so, I don't know how this would help me. Okay, down we go. No, can't open it from here. Spelunker. Goes on the wrong side. Oh no, is it more colors? It sure is. Well, I mean, this looks pretty obviously like two different sets of colors here, so let's just do that. Alright, now we get a dot. And that's telling me that this and these are the same? Okay. In that case... don't really know. Like, this is a lot easier than the other colors because it's just kind of... I mean, it has potential to get worse, I guess, as we go. Like this, for example. We just look for the one that matches this in timing, which is this one. Means that this matches this. This. I guess we can determine what the color of the star is here. It matches this, which matches this. Interesting. Which means that this has to hit the other star? Yeah, which isn't going to happen. I can do this though. Okay, this was an issue because we had too many in this block. Okay. Hmm. Getting this to line up is tricky. Like, doing that is fine. I don't think we're getting this and this to ever hook up. Because in order to do that, well, for one thing, we're going to violate this one. So we could do something like that. I don't think we're ever connecting this to this and not this while also doing that. Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty okay about that as a start. But then the problem is that we're going just a little bit too far there because we need to be able to cut in here. We can't do that because then it's going to complain. Yeah, I'm just making absolutely certain I'm not getting the colors confused. This cannot connect to that. So I'm pretty sure that means I have to do this as the start. Which then means I'm doing this. But I feel like I've kind of exhausted everything from this starting point. How do I... because I did it by doing that. But the reason this doesn't work is because we have 3 in here. And it has to be 2 because this is a star. Alright, the other thing we can try is that, I guess. No, because I have to separate it. And if I'm doing that, that means those two are connected automatically. Okay, this star connects to this or this. Right, I can't do that. It's wrong for so many reasons. If I do that, I need a little bit more space. These don't match up. I mean, doing anything big up there is just equivalent to just doing this. Only I had a little bit more space. I'm starting to feel like I've exhausted all of the things I can do with this start. But is there any possible way I can separate this from both of these if I'm not doing some variation on the start? Like, I can extend this, but that's bad because then this doesn't have a pair. And the only way I can give it a pair is to do that, which locks me in here. Or I could do that. Which makes it so I can't get through here. Because the alternative, if I'm doing this kind of a separate, I mean, I could do that. That works, doesn't it? Okay. That was what I was missing. Okay, so I don't actually get to see what colors these are anymore. When it's blue, I think this matches with this. Yeah, timing-wise, this matches with that. Okay, so it's these four are the same and these four are the same. If I do that, it satisfies these, but it doesn't do the middle. What's going on with this middle? These two are the same, these two are the same. I guess that's kind of required because Okay, I think that's kind of required because if they were checkered like that, then it would be impossible to separate it. And this, there's two possibilities. Either we do this, or we do this. And I think it has to be the upper one because it matches that symbol, because it can't match this. That means at some point, the solution will involve this. Okay, that's a problem. Because if that's the shape that we're drawing, it has to come up from this direction because we can't come down this way. So we must go across like that. It means that we must go up from here. So this, I mean, we could do, well, those have to be separated down the middle. We can't do that. Then we're never going to close this. This pairing, this doesn't work because I have to go up like that in the end. Okay, what happens if I just do this? What's wrong with this solution? What's wrong with this solution is that these are matching. And I can't come up that way. Okay. It was just a matter of figuring out the constraints, the things that had to be true, and then finding a way to put all those pieces together. Okay, mildly annoying. Is it? Yeah, it's very mildly annoying because the colors themselves aren't actually changing. Colored dots aren't changing. So unless there's more to it than that. Nope. Okay. That's how I came in. So now I go up. I'm sure these mean something. Oh, recorder. Are these just like design sketches when the developer was putting together the geography here, this island? Maybe. Okay, we've got that thing. Doesn't look like there's anything else to do here. Is this going to be another one of these? Has to actually satisfy a solution. And where are we trying to get to? I think any of the opposite ends should be okay. However, that's not an end. Okay, so it's got to be left or right. I don't see a reason why one would be preferred over the other necessarily. Okay, pretty straightforward as long as you just leave the stars in pairs and get the black and white squares separate. Is there any, like there's not even a mechanism in the middle here that forces me to have a particular path? So what that tells me is that that panel up there starts from here and I get to redraw this path. Potentially. Or I could have just brushed it, maybe. I can't end there, but I can go alongside it. Okay, what's going on here? Ah. It's like that first one is incredibly trivial. Like, no, now I have to... make sure that I get certain shapes always satisfied. Because if I only satisfy this, which is what I'm going to do just for the sake of demonstrating... I'm still able to do it, though. Interesting. But I think this just kind of works if I do this, right? Yeah, it satisfies all of them. But I can't do that anymore because now there's a purple. Where was the dot? In that corner? Right on that corner. Okay, well, to do that, okay, this got a lot more complicated suddenly, which is to be expected. So that black being there, like that makes this pretty nice. But if I do that, yeah, it doesn't satisfy these stars. Well, this is pretty limited over here because the L piece forces me to have this shape. So really the only choice I get is whether this is here or whether I slide it down one. If I slide it down one, hmm. Doesn't work. Is there a better way of doing this with these two? I want these two to touch. Right, because I think the other shape is if I do that. Oh, well, these don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? Yeah, okay, they don't have to be mutually exclusive, so I can... Okay, I can do that. But now I need... Well, I can just do that to cover the dot. Okay. What am I violating? Black and white. Hmm. And I do notice that these stars are different colors from anything that I've had up until now. So this is a separate constraint. I guess I did overlook a possibility with this. Do that again. Could do something like this. I swap them. Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but more white and black dots, huh? The black dot there, though. Is this saying it's overwriting this? Well, that very clearly gets rid of this possible solution. But I'm going to have to assume it's overwriting. It's not overwriting this. It's saying that condition and this condition have to be true simultaneously. Hmm. Well, these two are fairly limiting together because I need these two stars to be able to touch. One thing I think is true with these being where they are is that I'm forced to have this be a connected segment. It means that I'm forced to have this coming out like this in some way. Because if I put the L piece here, like if this is satisfied by the L piece, that means that these three tiles are connected. And if this isn't the L piece, well, that means these three tiles have to be connected anyway, because that's the only way for this shape to be used to satisfy the L. So no matter what, the green stars kind of go around on a bend like this, which means the purple stars are probably going on a bend like this. But now we have this issue. So the stars don't have to be separated, remember. We can just have all of the stars in the same unit. But the reason we can't do that is because we've got a black and a white square at top left. Unless we don't have any other squares on any of these, though. Thing is, I need to touch that. I'm not even sure what I'm doing. Yeah, this is white. This right here, causing trouble. Yeah, because that satisfies this, confirming that that works. However, this is surprisingly limiting. Well, maybe not surprisingly. This is incredibly limiting. Alright, so let's just run through all of the possible shapes. The shapes are that's one. that's one. Actually. No, I can't leave that as black. Okay, I think this pretty much invalidates this possibility just on its own. Whoops. And then this also works, but the stars invalidate it. Okay, so I think we've concluded that we can't have this piece be the one that's here. So if we look at this possibility, what's the issue? I'm not touching the dot. And we're not getting rid of this black one, but we could. Can I just solve this anywhere? Like, if I just do this... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I like that I can solve it on any of the panels that are lit up. Then there's this one, which I just have to add one extra piece here. Well, that's two possibilities. Either we cut out like this, or we cut out like this. And I don't think there's any way to approach this from the top. You have to go around and do a bunch of stuff. I mean, I can try. No, because if I'm doing that, once I hit this spot, here, once I hit this spot, I'm forced to do this with no deviation. So the nice thing about these is that they do simplify the choices quite a bit. Can I do that? I can't because then the stars are separate, but I can do that. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can't touch this. I can't ever come in like that because of this. Hmm. And this is separate from this, so they never merge. That's not even a possibility. Because it's two separate constraints. And it's not rotating, so this isn't an option, even though I don't think it would help at all if it was. Alright, so that means either I'm doing that as my first move, or this. I feel a little bit better about that, because it satisfies that, and it lets me get you in here. Then the problem is, we end up having to do something like this. for this. And really, this combination here is telling me I can't come up on this column. I have to come up on this column. Which isn't really possible. If I do that, I mean, forced to do something like that, which is never going to get these greens to match. Right, and in order to get the greens to match, like, I really need like getting the greens and the purples to match is really hard with that chunk in there. Because I just don't have any space to do anything here. These. And I feel like this is the most limiting thing, which is why I'm kind of fixating on it. Is there any other combination here? Like, I can do this, which I like this one quite a bit. If I want to get rid of this black chunk, I can pretty easily. And it's just this. This is the issue I had before. If I slide this up one, does that make a meaningful difference? Not really. Like, I could still do this. Isolates that white, which is nice. We can isolate the black. What am I doing? Which satisfies everything except for the dot and the 2. And the dot I could satisfy by going up at the beginning, but this 2 is just not possible. So something else is wrong with my approach. Because this is incompatible with everything else. Right, and we can't merge this with the top because that isolates the green stars. So 100%, we cannot come down like this. I don't think it matters whether this is up here or whether it's covering this square. We seem to have enough leeway either way. So what am I missing here? What am I missing that makes this possible? Like if the exit was in a different spot. Well, I can't cut that out, but I could do that. Like that satisfies everything. Now my exit's in the wrong spot. And I can't do this in reverse. Can I? Is it just this that's being violated there? It is. Okay. In that case, and we don't need these bottom squares. Okay, so that's the solution then. Interesting puzzle. I actually like this one quite a bit. The iteration upon previous constraints. Okay, and as expected, yeah, this looks about right. However, where's my destination at this point? Like, doing this gave me access to the stairs. I guess I'm just trying to solve it with any solution. Probably with this solution. Ah. Okay, that makes this a lot more interesting. Well, I've already gone well over an hour. I'm thinking about this, and I shouldn't be thinking about it because I'm done for today. Alright, so we will, I guess, go back there, start from that end, and then go to this end, and try to get them to work together. I think this is the, well, I guess symmetry kind of does this, but this is like the first time I get to draw two separate lines to solve a puzzle. But presumably I need to still solve it in a way where the first line on its own solves the puzzle. I don't know. I'm thinking about it again. I shouldn't be doing that. We'll see you next time.